Can you tell us the story of how you got Draven when he was a puppy?
Yeah, I can. Absolutely. What a great story. So, I was dating Rachel, and I always said I'd love to have a dog, and I'd love to have a dog called Draven, and good boy. And what happened was I started streaming old school RuneScape when it first launched, and it was going so well. And we rented a better place. Oh no, stay there! No, 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 no. He wants my attention. That's crazy, isn't it? He embark. Wants my attention. All right, whatever. I'll kill two birds with one stone. So what ended up happening was we ended up yeah, I'll sit with him for a minute while I tell the story. So it was 12 years ago, and I started streaming old school RuneScape in 2013. Yeah, what are you like, eh? And what ended up happening was me and Rachel were dating my first girlfriend, and our stream was going really well on Twitch 12 years ago. So I wanted a dog. So I just thought I want a dog. I want to walk a dog every day. I just want a dog. So we googled dogs for sale. I didn't know what dog I wanted, but I just wanted a dog. And we found these really big puppies, and they were big and healthy. And we were like, yeah, let's get those puppies. They were these big fluffy dogs. And me and Rachel were like, oh, they look so cute. So I contacted the sellers on this pet website, like we buy pets or we sell pets.com or something. And the guy's like, meet me in Ashford. I've got one left. I'm like, all right, sweet. So we catch a train down to Ashford. We lived in Folkestone. We catch a train down to Ashford. It was like 10 quid. And the guy goes, oh, I'm in the car park. So we go to the car park, and it's in this old Range Rover, this old beat Range Rover. Yes, yes, yes. Do you want me to clean your ears? Is that what you want? Do you want me to clean your ears? Hey? Do you want to clean your ears out? Do you want to clean? Is that what you want? You want to clean your ears? Shall I clean your ears? So I'll tell you what. I'll clean his ears while I tell the story. So stay there, stay. Yeah, he wants me to use because he's scratching his head on me, which tells me his ears are itching him, so his ears are probably dry. I might have to use coconut oil. So we go into this car park, right? And this big fat dude is like, yeah, the dog's in the back, and we look in this box. Yeah, I'm clean his ears out, get all the wax out. There's not a lot in there, see. And so in the back of this old Range Rover, this Range Rover was a piece of shit, guys. It was like worth like a grand, like a proper pikey mobile, and it was falling apart. And that tells you a lot about the owner, I think. Not even looking after his fucking car. And in this little box was Draven, and he was this little puppy, right? But boys, the guy wants 200 quid for him, so we paid 200 quid cash in hand, and we bring Draven back home on the train with us. Me and Rachel, we go on the train, and as we're on the bloody train, we get home to Ashford, and the fucking dog ain't eating or drinking, bro. And he's a really skinny little puppy. He's not even big. He's like the size of my hand, smaller than my hand. Could fit me in the ball of my hand. And I was like, well, this ain't right, because of the pictures. These are big dogs that like you got to pick up with both arms, like big fucking puppies, like that big. But this thing was like the size of your hand, and go like the palm of your hand. So it was like a little rat. So we were like, okay, so he's not eating, he's not drinking, he's just sleeping. And good boy, good boy. And so we were like, this is weird. So Rachel's like, oh, can we take him to the vet? I said, what for? She goes, well, he's not eating or drinking. I said, okay. So we take him to, I said, I have to stream Rach because I need to keep streaming, right? So Rachel takes him to the vet. As Rachel takes him to the vet, you'd never believe this. Vet turns around and says, I'm so sorry, but he's dying. So Rachel starts crying because she bonded with the dog over the course of that day, from the morning to the afternoon. So the vet's like, yeah, he's basically going to die. and there's nothing you can do about it. But he's pretty much dying. That's why he's not, drinking. So the vet said we should, we're going to let him take us off you. And we're going to put him down. So Rachel started crying, like, oh, because she was a woman. We were young. It's our first dog. We had him for like a day. I'm just putting coconut oil in his ear, by the way. Look, you want to smell it? Let's go. He wants to eat it as well. Yeah, you put coconut oil in your dog's ears. It keeps them nice and moisturised. That's a little trick you can do there, boys. And so, what ended up happening was Rachel starts crying to him and saying, "Oh, please, I don't want to kill him. Please, can I take him back home with me?" And so they were like, "Okay, you can. It's not wise that we do this, but you can if you want." And Rachel goes, "Is that is there any medicine you can give to us?" And so they turned around and said, "There is medicine here, but it's 300 quid." And so I said, "Fuck it, pay it." So I paid for that. And as I paid for that, because I said Rachel called me up to pull up my card, fuck it. So Rachel brought him back home, and she kept Draven on her lap all night, and he survived the night, and she was feeding him medicine with her finger. And so he actually pulled through the next day, and then the day after that, so I'm making sure I get all right in his ear. And then the day after that, he just got better, and he was starting to walk around and run around and drink water, and he started to eat. Next fucking thing you know it, mate, the dog's like a normal dog, and he starts to eat more. So Draven was basically the runt of the litter. You guys ever heard of that before? Runt of the litter? Come here, I'll go and do the other ear. So have you guys ever heard of that saying, runt of the litter? So what happened was, with Draven, he came from a big pack of dogs, and he was pushed aside as a puppy, right? So he was pushed aside, and he didn't get any food from his mummy. His mummy rejected him. I won't bother doing the other ear because he wants to lay down now. Yeah, so his mummy pushed him aside, and he was casted out, hence why he nearly bloody died. Oh, there's some sellotape on him. Huh. From yesterday's scar. From yesterday's... Oh. Oh no, he's got some tape stuck on him. Oh no. I'll have to cut that out. Yeah, so he was the runt of the litter. And then, yeah, he grew up, and that's why he's lovable. And that's why he hates big dogs. He does. He hates big dogs. Anything his size or bigger, he's scared of him, man. He's fucking terrified. But anything smaller than him, he wants to play with it. Yeah, I tell you, he was the runt of the fucking litter. But we can slag Rachel off as much as we want for about the Eddie situation, but you got to give her credit where credit's due. She's done a fucking good job bringing Draven back to life. Yeah, she didn't leave his side. She just kept him on her lap and just fed him medicine for on her finger for like a couple of days. 12 years old he is now. Crazy. But he's young. Let me go get the shaver and shave this. Let me get some scissors and cut that bit off, boys. Yeah, I'll put a TTS on a second. But yeah, that's the story of Draven. Crazy, right?